We had a lady, a member of the Hoosier Club, passed away. They have a daughter that has cystic fibrosis. They wanted to donate their Cobra to cystic fibrosis. Now, I didn't know how to do that. I figured the best way was to go ahead and donate it to us, since we are a 501c3, and then we would get the car sold, and the proceeds would go in with our donation to cystic fibrosis. Now, there's a couple of guys with the Hoosier Club like to have come up here. Mike, where are you? Now, I got a call from these guys to help do this, and so we got it done. And the car was sold by a company in Indianapolis that was also here today, Motor Vault, and he is also a backdraft dealer. Brian, could we get you up here too, please? Brian Henry is owner of Motor Vault. He usually gets pretty good money to sell a car. He donated that fee to us. No charge. We made, there were a few repairs that needed to be done to the car, but we ended up getting $35,000 clear out of that car. So that's going into our donation tonight. And the Hoosier Club wanted to do something special for Brian. So we got him up here. Now we're going to string him up. And Mike Bear is, well, I guess you can trust Mike. But I've known Mike several years, and Mike helps me when I sell tickets in Indianapolis. He's a good guy to have around with you because he's a retired state trooper, so, yeah. And I think I can run faster than him, but we'll see. So I'm going to turn this over to Mike. Mike, pleasure knowing this guy. Thank you. I tell you.
As George said, I am Mike Bear, and I represent the Hoosier Cobra Club. And for those of you who don't know who a Hoosier is or what a Hoosier is, that's someone who hails from the above-average state of Indiana. Boy, it was hot today. It was so hot today that I saw a robin pulling a worm out of the ground, and she was using a pot holder. True story.
It's a really good shirt, though.
Yeah. If I look around outside the building, I can see probably, just guessing, $12 to $15 million worth of Cobra replicas out in the parking lot. and maybe half again that much more tow vehicles and trailers. So we might get all caught up in the fun of coming and playing with our toys and seeing our friends again that we haven't seen for 52 weeks. But it's important to realize that we are here to support the CF Foundation and to help those young people that have difficulty gaining their breath. Now, I've been around preachers and teachers and cops and bloodletters and all kinds of people, but I've found in my travels that the best people I've found are car people. And the best car people that I've found are you guys here, you guys and ladies here. The Cobra folks are the cream of the crop for sure. You are some kind of accomplished people that I really appreciate. But tonight I want to bring your attention to two car people that you probably didn't know, but I would like to remember them briefly. And they are Randy and Brenda Baker. And they came to the London Cobra show a few times. They are members of the Hoosier Cobra Club. They were quiet. They were retiring. You just didn't hear from Randy and Brenda much. They were kind of always in the background and so forth. But they loved to come to the London Cobra show. And they drove a home-built red and white B&B Cobra, home built in about 2000. Had a 390 in it with a rumpety cam. And last year, Randy lost his long and difficult battle with cancer. And a couple months later, his wife Brenda called one of our directors. This, by the way, is our directors that we have here present. But Brenda called one of our directors and said, this Cobra, doesn't mean that much anymore with Randy being gone and everything. Wonder if you could take that car and do something good with it. And they have a daughter who is a CF survivor. And they asked if perhaps that car might be turned into something that would be good for CF. And so it took, like George says, it took tax advisors and estate attorneys and two BMVs from two different states and changing titles around and getting affidavits from the family and so forth, and it was a lot of work. But car people are the best people there are. And the Ohio Club and the Indiana Club tried to prove that. And so these car people with hearts as big as a Holly double pumper got together and did the work to make this transfer of this car take place. And that's where a company called Motor Vault came into play. Now, Motor Vault is a corporate sponsor of Hoosier Cobra. And what it is, it's a car consignment place where special interest vehicles are sold on consignment. It's a very professional place. It exists right in the shadow of the Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And they sell very cool cars. And I would encourage you to go to their website, motorvault.com, motorvault.com. They also sell those aluminum trailers that you saw today on Main Street. They're really, really cool aluminum trailers that kneel all the way down to the ground. And so the owner of the place, like George says, Brian Henry, and he took this car and cleaned it up, provided for some repairs to be made to it to make it safe and roadworthy, and took a full set of very high detailed photographs of it and marketed this car worldwide in order to fetch as high a price as possible for this car. And he hooked us up with a buyer. And Motor Vault is in the business of doing this for people. And they're in a business to make a profit, I'm sure, like any business is. And when it came time to settle up with Brian, he said, there'll be no fee. Your fee is waived. And so, as a token of our appreciation, we would like to do something in return for Brian and the company Motor Vault. And so we have this small token of our appreciation for Brian and Motor Vault. so I'm going to let George finish the story.
Finish the story. Okay. Like I said, we got, you know, the car had an Indiana title. I had to get an Ohio title, which wasn't all that difficult, but we hooked up with Brian, and Brian ended up selling his car for us, and it really means a lot to us, to CF, and I'd like to give him my thanks also. Brian.